Do you believe every senior should get a flat increase of $200 per month in their Social Security checks? With rising inflation, high prescription drug prices, and the cost of rent and groceries climbing fast, many Americans think it's long overdue. Today, we're diving into a powerful new proposal being reintroduced by Senator Bernie Sanders and others that could reshape retirement benefits for millions. From larger monthly payments to eliminating unfair tax burdens, this bill could be a game changer. Before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Social Security Post for all the updates you need on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and retirement changes. And if you have any questions about how these proposals might affect you or a loved one, please leave them in the comments. We're here to help. Bernie Sanders, joined by Senator Elizabeth Warren and representatives like Jan Schakowsky and Van Hoy, has officially reintroduced the Social Security Expansion Act. This isn't just a political move, it's a response to the harsh reality many seniors face in America. Millions of retirees are surviving on fixed incomes that haven't kept pace with rising living costs. Sanders emphasized that in the wealthiest country on earth, it's shameful to have seniors living in poverty, and this bill aims to fix that. This proposed legislation has already stirred a strong reaction across the country. Seniors, disability advocates, and working Americans have voiced overwhelming support for the measure, seeing it as a necessary update to an aging system. The reintroduction of this bill marks another attempt to bring about real financial relief to retirees, SSDI recipients, and those on SSI. It's more than just an idea. It's part of a national conversation about equity, dignity, and financial security in retirement. The headline proposal of the Social Security Expansion Act is a $200 increase per month for every Social Security recipient, amounting to a $2,400 boost annually. This across-the-board increase applies to retirement, SSDI, and SSI beneficiaries alike. It's meant to serve as a flat raise, not tied to percentages, because low-income seniors gain far less from percentage-based increases than wealthier retirees do. This flat boost ensures everyone receives real, tangible help, regardless of current benefit size. This benefit is especially important for those living at or below the poverty line. As mentioned by Sanders during the proposal hearings, about 22% of seniors are trying to survive on just $15,000 a year. A $2,400 increase represents more than a 15% raise for someone in that income range. For many, that could mean covering rent, affording needed medications, or finally keeping up with bills. It's not a luxury. It's a lifeline. One of the most talked about funding solutions in this bill is the elimination of the payroll tax cap. Currently, only the first $176,100 of a person's earnings are subject to Social Security taxes. That means a person making $10 million pays the same into Social Security as someone making $176,100. The Expansion Act proposes taxing all income above $250,000, ensuring that high earners contribute fairly. This change alone is projected to keep the Social Security Trust Fund solvent for at least 75 more years, according to the Social Security Administration. It would also fund the $200 monthly increase without cutting benefits or raising the retirement age. For decades, critics have argued the system would run dry. Now lawmakers are offering a practical, fair solution, asking the wealthiest Americans to contribute more to the system that millions rely on to survive. A major flaw in the current Social Security system is how cost of living adjustments, ACRE, are calculated. Right now, COLAs are based on the CPI-E, which measures inflation using data from urban wage earners, a group that does not reflect the spending habits of retirees. The new proposal calls for using the CPI-E, or the Consumer Price Index for the elderly, which would track inflation based on the spending patterns of seniors. Switching to the CPI-E could mean larger annual COLA increases because it gives more weight to categories like healthcare, housing, and prescription drugs, areas where seniors spend significantly more than younger workers. Over time, this could help benefits better keep pace with the actual costs faced by the elderly population. It's not just a technical tweak. It's a shift toward a more compassionate and accurate way of supporting older Americans. One of the most powerful features of the Expansion Act is a proposal to raise the special minimum Social Security benefit to 125% of the federal poverty line for a single lifetime low-income worker. That would amount to over $18,000 per year. This change ensures that no American who worked their whole life ends up in poverty simply because they earned low wages. This increase would particularly help seniors who worked in lower-paying jobs like service, care work, agriculture, or retail, sectors that often lack pensions and provide few retirement savings options. By indexing this benefit to inflation, the proposal ensures that low-income seniors won't fall behind as costs rise. It's a long overdue correction to a system that too often fails the very people who need it most. Another compassionate provision in the Expansion Act is the restoration of student benefits for children of deceased or disabled workers up to the age of 22 if they are enrolled full-time in college or vocational school. These benefits were eliminated in 1983, stripping financial support from thousands of students who lost a parent or whose parent became disabled while working. Bringing these benefits back could make a huge difference in helping young people complete their education without falling into poverty or overwhelming debt. It's a way to honor the hard work and contributions of parents who paid into the system by ensuring their children have a chance to build a stable future. For many families, this could be the deciding factor between dropping out or earning a degree. The reintroduction of this legislation comes with strong backing. Over 25 national organizations, including the Senior Citizens League, have endorsed the Social Security Expansion Act. These groups argue that benefits have not kept pace with inflation and that fundamental reform is urgently needed to protect millions of current and future retirees. Support from these advocacy groups isn't just symbolic, it's influential. These organizations play a critical role in educating lawmakers and the public about the realities seniors face. Their endorsement adds credibility and momentum to the bill. With growing grassroots pressure and increased media attention, the possibility of real legislative action is stronger than it has been in years. Back in 2020, President Joe Biden made a similar promise on the campaign trail: to increase Social Security benefits by $200 per month. This mirrored the idea now reintroduced in the Social Security Expansion Act. At the time, Biden's proposal sparked hope for meaningful change, especially among seniors and disabled Americans struggling with stagnant checks and rising living expenses. However, despite public support, his plan never came to fruition once he took office. The Sanders proposal essentially revives and expands on that unfulfilled campaign pledge. It demonstrates a renewed urgency to act on promises made to America's seniors. Unlike Biden's plan, which remained a proposal, Sanders' legislation is now being formally introduced with co-sponsorship in both the Senate and House. It's a second chance for lawmakers to deliver the support that millions were expecting during the last presidential term, and it may carry even more weight now as economic pressures on seniors continue to mount. While many seniors and advocacy groups are applauding the Expansion Act, there are critics who raise concerns. Some fiscal conservatives warn that increasing benefits by $200 per month could actually accelerate the insolvency of the Social Security Trust Fund. Their argument is that adding such a large obligation to the system, without cutting elsewhere or raising more revenue, risks putting the entire program in jeopardy faster than anticipated. Others argue that even with the proposed changes, such as taxing income above $250,000 and using CPI-E, the benefit increase is still not enough. Inflation has significantly eroded the value of Social Security checks, and many say a $2,400 annual raise won't close the gap. Some also object to higher taxes on the wealthy, seeing it as unfair or economically risky. These critiques highlight the broader debate about how best to balance benefit adequacy with long-term program sustainability. There's a growing sense that now is the time for bold Social Security reform. With the trust fund projected to run dry by 2033 to 2035, lawmakers can no longer kick the can down the road. The Social Security Expansion Act represents one of the few concrete proposals that not only boosts benefits, but also extends program solvency through targeted tax reforms. The math is clear, and the urgency is growing. Supporters argue that the stars are aligning: a public that's aware of the problem, growing bipartisan pressure, and a legislative model that's already been scored and endorsed by trusted institutions. The bill isn't perfect, no legislation is, but it offers a serious and detailed plan for stabilizing and improving Social Security. Reintroducing it now sends a message. Protecting seniors' financial security is not just possible, it's necessary. As you've seen, the Social Security Expansion Act offers both immediate relief and long-term fixes, from monthly benefit increases to tax relief and better inflation protection. The stakes are high, but the opportunity for progress is real. Whether you're a retiree, someone with a disability, or a younger worker thinking ahead, this bill could shape the future of your financial security. If you support fair increases for seniors, hit that like button, subscribe to Social Security Post, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. Do you believe $200 more per month is enough? Or should lawmakers go even further? We want to hear from you. And as always, we'll keep you updated as new developments emerge.